presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow off 190, Nasdaq's off 160, S&Ps are off 68. We have gold up 270. You have the silver market down 50 cents. Oil is off $1.98, trading out at 38.42. You got the 10-year up 17 ticks, 129. You got the 30-year up a point and 7 ticks, 116. 13, highly volatile. If you're a trader out there, folks, okay, it can be a beautiful thing. Now, what you gotta get clear in your head is this, okay? Whether you're trading up or down, you can trade both sides of the market out here right now. What you want to make sure you're doing is that when you're putting your orders in, okay, you're going to see that there's two different things that are going to happen when you're putting orders in. You're going to see that the order is starting to work. Make sure it says active and that it is actually working so that you know that your stop is in there. And as you're changing orders, whether you're going up or down the scale, right, what you want to make sure you do is that you're far away from that market, because if it takes, whether it's 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever platform you're on, whatever that takes, you do not want to be in without an order basically covering, okay? You know, and it really depends on how much experience you've had with fast markets like this. Bottom line, when all's said and done out here, if we go take a look at the Qs first, what you're going to see is that you're going to see lower prices. But bottom line is that it's quite extraordinary. The Qs had opened down 17 bucks. And the reason for that, of course, is that no one knew where they were going to open because you had the market lock limit down. And lock limit down. So the way the lock limit down works is this, folks, okay? You can do 5% overnight, and then it's 7%, it's 13%, and it's 20% starting at 8:30 Central Time or 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is the first occurrence that we've had of that since the 2008 debacle on the way down, NQU. So what we have out here right now is that the NQs are right at 2061. And we come off that bottom, and so the next level out here, you're going to get 8.4 probably into it. Both of these nice spikes on the way up, so it's like a little field day out here. And as I'm doing this this morning, folks, you're going to have to bear with me a second because we're simultaneously moving these stops at the same time. Okay, so, and there we go. 205161. Okay. So 4151. Okay, we go over to the Dow Industrials. I'll work you through first the Dow Industrials, where we stand with the Dow Industrials. The weakness, of course, is all over the place inside the Dow. The largest weakness is DuPont. DuPont's down 245. JP Morgan's off 254. You have Goldman, which is down $7. Visa is down 249. The lowest one out here would be Merck. Merck is down 69 cents. Microsoft is off 72. We go inside the NDX 100. This is what you have inside the NDX 100. There's only one stock that's positive inside the NDX. That is Micron Tech. The leader is Liberty, is just down 257. Netflix is down $7. Intuit is off $85. Mattel is off 91 cents. And as we keep moving this, 59, what am I? That's 51 right now. This is a trip, man. I'm telling you. NQU5. Sorry, folks. I'd love to. Okay, so 51. Let's see. It's just about there again. Okay, so this is going to get interesting. So we've had it move. There she goes. I was long there. Now I'm going to go short again. Oh, man, this is a trip. Haven't done this for a while. Nothing like this. This is a really, there's no doubt. Okay, sell. Where am I? Sell. Sorry, folks. This is where. Okay, I know. So what can I do? Okay, sorry, folks. Okay, I'm 4-3, 4-4. I know. Okay. You don't get chances like this, folks. That's the bottom line. So, the expansion up, you know, it's pushed into this 58. So now you're at 45. Anywhere, every single time you're up at these levels, my take is that you sell it and you buy it down the other side, folks. That's what it comes down to. So we'll see where that shakes out by the end of the day. But bottom line is that that's how I'm trading this baby out. Working, accepted, 45. There we go. You can hear the whistles coming across. Okay, so what do we got out here? We'll get what I expect you're going to see. Right now, we're already at 364 million on NYSE. When we take a look at the Nasdaq right now is at 738 million. Monster numbers, folks. Just there's no doubt about that. If we go overseas and we take a look at overseas, what you're going to see is overseas. What we did last night is that in Asia, you had the CSI down 8.5%. Shanghai was down 8.4%. The Hang Seng was down 5.1%. Inside Europe right now, you had the FTSE's down 5.5%. The CAT's off 6.5%. You got the DAX down 5%. Our markets right now, we have the S&P down 4%, the Nasdaq's down 3.3%, and the Dow is off 2.7%. And 56. Okay. We take a look at the NQs. We'll take a look at the 3Qs. Thus far, the 3Qs right now, we're down 326. The last push here at the 99.17. This is a crucial area, right where we are right here. We did on a 10-minute basis, the last 10-minute basis, last 10-minute basis, we did 3.8 million shares as it pushes into the 17. Thus far, we get 5 minutes, and guess what? There's no buyers again. You're down at 1.2 million versus the 3.8 million. So what that sets up, bottom line, that's going to set up that you're going to get more selling pressure that's coming in this market, and we'll see how the market does handle that. We go into the S&Ps. We take a look at the S&Ps. This is what you have with the S&Ps. The futures were down 61 bucks right now. They've been as low as 1831. You talk about volatility. You get vol, and you get vol in spades. What you do also have is a high volume low at this 1831 level. You're pushing into the last push up here was 143,000 contracts. Right now, you're at 6 minutes into it, and you only have 78,000 contracts. So bottom line is that you're going to see lower prices come in inside this market once again, and the pressure is going to stay on. This is going to be really intriguing watching how this whole thing does shake out. No doubt what you have is that the Dow Industrials, you talk about the low out there was 370. And right now you're at 069. So that is quite impressive. There's no two ways about that. That is a big, big number. If we look at the diamonds, what do you have inside the diamonds? This is what you have. The diamonds, the low of today was 150. You're at 160 right now. And it was the open, folks, that was so dramatic. Because what you had in the open is that there's plenty of folks that didn't know where the actual futures were going to open. Because when you get limit down, by the way, okay, what ends up happening is that you can be limit down again. I mean, if you remember in 2008, you were limit down. I remember the futures opened. All of a minute and a half, it was limit down once again. So bottom line is that that's very easy to do in a market like this. I think for today, I don't see us going limit down again. What I do see is that the grind is going to be on here, and QU5. And what you're going to see inside this grind is you're going to see a lot of fluctuation that is going back and forth. But when all said and done, we're still going to be at lower prices. There's just not enough juice inside this market to get it up into higher prices, particularly when this 2014 swing point wanted to get hit, and there was way too many stocks that actually hit it and hit it with velocity. If we go over and we take a look at the bond market, if you use the TLT, what you're going to see inside the TLT is at 126.97, had been as high as 128. The 10-year is performing. The 10-year right now is has the juice behind it. We've done 1.3 million contracts already. You hit the high swing point, which means you'll get up there again. Doesn't have to be today, but you're backing down after you get up there. That just means you're going to be back up to those levels. And I expect we're going to be not only back up to those levels, you'll be back up over, and that generates much lower yields, higher price. The high volume stocks in this market, this is what you have. You have Bank of America down 44, Apple's off $1.90, Facebook's down 4, you got Microsoft off 1, you have Netflix down 5. Those aren't bad numbers, by the way, too. I mean, when you really look at those numbers aren't that bad. The market's starting to settle out a bit here. When the market settles out, what you'll see, we're going to see a little less movement. You'll see a little more downdraft happening. And then the money manager is going to be able to sit there and say, okay, what am I going to do now? That's the real bottom line. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are down 390. Nasdaq's off 148. S&Ps are down 59. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit DirectionInvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 300, Nasdaq's down 111, S&P's off 47. Let's go to Victor in New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on?
Yeah, how you doing? I was looking at Ford and FCX and the VISX, the fear factor's up to where it was in 2011 in August.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Not much. Okay, so if we look at Ford first, I mean, I wouldn't be buying a thing here, okay?
No. You ever hear of Shemaiah, right? Every 7 years you reset everything?
No.
Some Jewish thing. It's kind of true if you check it out.
Okay. Well, with Ford has hit 1044. I mean, bottom line is it looks like it wants to trade out, it'll get down to these levels once again. We're at 13 right now, 1345. If you're looking at FCX, what you have with Freeport-McMoRan, now that could be a different situation. You get Freeport-McMoRan. This has been trying to get into these lows that were established in 2008. The low there was 740. We hit 816 today. So I kind of like how this is, coming into this level right now. What I would still wait for, though, on Freeport-McMoRan is a sign of strength. Okay, so you wait for a wide price spread, accelerated volume. You get that action, you can buy the retracement off of that.
But do you think they could go BK?
No.
Their dollar currency and all that, they're based on the dollar.
Freeport-McMoRan, they're not going to go BK. Not even close. I mean, they still take in $17 billion. They have a mine in Indonesia that basically is a closed mine that, basically is, unfortunate. It's slave labor and, the government's behind the mine. So everything else could fall apart and that thing would still keep going.
Just remember, you get your global reset when the Pope visits in September. Then things are going to really hit the fan.
What do you get?
Global reset. You got to reset. New World Order in September. When the Pope visits, September 23rd and 21st. Remember that. Remember the Shemaiah thing. It's a Jewish thing. Every 7 years they cleanse out the system.
Well,
right?
we'll find out.
Go do some research. Go do some research. All right,
okay, brother.
Bye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And if we take a look at these markets, folks, there's no doubt you got a nice rebound. Okay, the Dow is down. I believe the Dow was down 1,000 at one point. If we go over to the Nasdaq, we take a look at the Nasdaq. What you're going to see, Nasdaq from highs to lows out here is pretty amazing. So the low is 42.92. Right now you're at 46. That is about as intense as you can get. We bring this back, and what you're going to see is at the October level, which was 44, and the bottom was 42. So bottom line is, which is just amazing, we actually hit it. That's 42.26. We hit 42.92. What that's going to do, well, not that it's going to do, what it already did, if we take a look at this, what you have is that, there we go, put this up here. We take this. What you're going to see is that we actually, on Friday, we blew apart the whole trend that started all the way back down at November of 2012, which is 2,800. Bottom line is that, we'll see how we handle the lows that were generated out here today. So this is going to be, you can expect more intensity as the day goes on. Right now, you got the NQs are down 101, and that is an impressive rally on the way back. There's no doubt about it. The NQs were as low as 39.08. So they're up 100 from that particular point, and you're coming into where the downdraft was created at 2,200 hours on the 23rd. So hey, we'll see whether it's got the juice to come all the way back. Let's go take a look at the trend. If we take a look at the trend out here, the trend is at 0.93. Oh man, this is sick. So let me see the tick, because with that saying, folks, is that we don't have a low that's established, and it's the same with the tick. The tick is only minus 900, and the trend is running actually below the 1 point, which is absolutely insane. So what you have is this, is that you had the amount of selling that's out there, no two ways about that, but what you didn't have is the panic, even though these prices were this low. That says quite a bit. 877-927-6648. This she is, okay. Go. Okay, let's take a look. You get the Dow down 383, Nasdaq off 111, S&P's off 54. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow up 521, Nasdaq's down $147, S&Ps are down 90, and we'll see how this first. Well, this is not the first pullback, but this is going to be, I suspect, an intense one as these futures come back down into the level. If we take a look at the NQs, what you have with the NQs right now, we're at 4051. That baby can get back into. Let me just put this up once. So you got into the last bar up there didn't have the juice. Okay, so now you're dealing with if you get below the 4.3, you're going to go into the 4,000 again. Let's go to Al in Apollo Beach. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Not much, Tom. You know, it's been about 10 years since you got lost for about 3 days. Do you remember that in New Orleans?
I know. I was thinking of that. Me and my son. I know, man. That's pretty intense. 10 years ago. Man, things go so quick. It blows my mind, man. I know.
Yeah, I've been still waiting for my VA case. It's been 10 years.
Wow.
So,
that's sick.
Yeah. When I'm looking at, my wife's a teacher, and you know, this summer's over, and we're going to start getting some money. We put it aside in mutual funds, and we've been out of the market for about 2 years.
Yep.
I missed the last upturn. I'm just wondering, is this a good time to cost average in?
No. No. This is just beginning, man. Don't even think about it. You know, this is we're into this by 3 days. You know.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, when should you look? I mean, if it's starting to go down, then would it be?
Okay, so
start looking at costs.
What we have is this, okay? If we use let's use the SPY, okay? The SPY will give you a decent indication of what we have happening. The number that we were looking for in the SPY was 181.92. Now we hit 182.40 today. You're going to blow it away with volume. So now when you actually bring this up, and I put this on a longer term basis, the bottom line is that, you know, this thing can get down to 135. You know.
Is that back down to 2012 levels or what?
Yes, it is. 2011, August of 2011.
Okay, that's when I had gotten out. Then I missed the market, so it could come back all the way there where I could just possibly jump back in again.
That's right. You know, as you get to lower price, I expect what you'll see is that you'll see the volume starting to contract as you get into lower price. This is going to take a couple months. When you get a market like this, you just don't snap back immediately. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be a lot of volatility inside the market, and it will take quite a bit. And I expect what you're going to see is that this is going to shake quite a few people, because of the reality is that 2008 was terrible. And the real kicker here is like, okay, so we got a vicious pullback. It's faster and more furious than most pullbacks have been, particularly when you haven't had a pullback after 6 years.
Right.
So the real question is, who's going to step in front of it? What we're going to see first is this, folks. Okay, unfortunately, you're going to see a huge amount of selling. If you deal with any broker dealer, you know that what they did intraday out here. They stopped intraday margins. If you have a real, there's two different types of margin accounts, okay? But in the futures, they stopped it, because the volatility is so intense. What you will have at, 1:30 this afternoon is that you're going to have a lot more selling, because what will end up happening is that the broker-dealer community will start selling their clients out. Well, that sounds worse than it is. The bottom line is that the client themselves should have.
Pay for the covering, right?
Well, yeah, because there's no way that they're going to want to go overnight here tonight, particularly because what happens, folks, is this. When there's a limit down situation, what can happen is that on the markets, you have limit down, then all of a sudden if it's limit down again when it opens back up, guess what? The broker-dealer is on the line for all that bread if there's no more money in the account. So that...
One other question, too, is about oil. Do you think oil's hit its lows, or
I don't. I don't, and I want to buy oil bad. Believe me.
I'm just looking at that too.
But the oil hit 32, and in 2008. If we bring this back up and we take a look at it, we've hit 37.75 thus far. I think what you have game out here is that low. That low is on the table. That low is $32.40.
What about the drilling? And what about some of the drilling in that? Have they hit the lows?
I'm sorry?
I mean, some of the drilling companies and the drilling equipment in that.
Well, let's see. If you're drillers, so drillers, what? Rig, R-I-G. If we pull up an oil service company, rig is at 1229. Let me pull this back. Put it back 15 years. Oh, man, there's nothing here. Listen, man, you got to wait for a sign of strength to come in, because I just pulled this back 15 years. Let me pull it back 40 years, 30 years. Let's see what we got. This is pretty sick.
Well, I'm just saying you got the market going down, and you got the market. Those are already been depressed tremendously. You're wondering if they go down and they hit a wall or something like that. Maybe that's a good time possibly to look at getting in.
This is what ends up happening, and this is so cool. And Al, I really appreciate the calling, but when people are still talking about buying anything, just use your common sense, folks. This is where we're not even close, okay? When bottoms come in, you're not going to hear one call at TFNN about anyone buying anything, or you won't hear one host talking about someone buying something, okay? That's just how it works, You
mean the sharks in the water, right?
Listen, it's just a psychology deal. It's really strange, but that's the reality. It's just like, you've been in the gold market. Every single time I get too many gold calls, guess what? That's the downdraft, okay? As soon as you get no gold calls, guess what? That's the updraft. That's just kind of, cut to the chase psychology inside the marketplace. Bottom line, CNBC this morning, I heard, oh, this doesn't look bad, this doesn't look bad. It's like, guess what? They might not look bad, but guess what? We're not going up, okay? That's just not how it goes. And it's particularly not how it goes when you get this type of damage done inside the marketplace. Because there's some serious damage here, man. And, people are going to look and, say, okay, what do I want to do? Money managers are going to look and say, what do I want to do? Some of them might say, hey, I want to move something out right now. The real key is going to be, where are we going to be at the end of the day, and what a money manager is going to do at the end of the day,
Fantastic, Tom. Thank you for all your advice in that, and continue your great work.
Just keep your hands in your pocket, man. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. The thing that's going to be intriguing here, too, folks, is that let's go over and take a look at the dollar index for a second. So you have the dollar index. The dollar index got hit hard out here today. You've already done 102,000 contracts. We're at 93.40. The 18th that that we thought we were going after, which basically got blown apart today, is 93.30. What that sets up is this. Let's pull this back. So what that sets up now is 93, $7. It sets up 85. It sets up an $85. $85 is going to do what? It's going to basically put gold up big time. Okay, if we take a look at the gold contract, we have gold right now. Gold is flat. And you see, that's the most deviant thing that gold could do right now, which is really cool. That's the bottom line. We're at 1157, and the way that sets that baby up goes like this. Next leg up here is 1307, and we'll see how we get into the 1307 to 1392 area. That's the way that's set up. Once gold, if gold gets back inside this 1323 area, then you're going to see some real action. The 1323 can get gold up to the 1602 level. So I suspect what that's going to be all about is that's going to be all about a structure that a competitive devaluation of currencies right across the board. And what that also sets up is that sets up just perception as to what is worth money. Because you got to remember something, that money is just a means of exchange. That means of exchange seems over the longer period of time that gold is the barometer. That's what it comes down to. Okay, it always comes back to that. If you believe in any type of statistics, because the bottom line is that numbers don't lie. Well, you can go back 5,000 years. Guess what? Whether it's you want to put up the ounce of gold buys a suit in 1930, an ounce of gold buys a suit right now. Ounce of gold buys a VW in 1960. Ounce of gold, well, I can't buy a VW now, that's for sure. And no, so many ounces of gold. But that's the gist of real money, folks. Okay, so there's that's how I think this thing is shaking out. And is the volatility out there? Yeah, the volatility is out there in spades, and it's going to continue being out there in spades. How long is it going to last? Most times, I guess the last. It depends on how long this basically gets down to the number. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
It could be better. I have a question for you. I'm a little frustrated. I had bought puts on triple Qs.
Okay.
And then also puts on Facebook on Friday.
Yep.
Well, then I go to trade this morning. I couldn't get into Thinkorswim. I couldn't get into my account. I couldn't get into anything to make a trade. I mean, somehow, miraculously, I had bought the same thing for my brother, and I was able to get into his account, and I was already in Thinkorswim. I mean, I had it kind of, before the market opened, I had it all queued up for the puts that I had bought on Facebook. And
okay.
So when it did open, I was able to see that first trade kind of go off, and I jumped over to his account. I put in for $10 a contract on the ones I had. He did get filled, but then I couldn't. When I tried to, then it just got all locked up. I couldn't even. It wouldn't do anything, after that. So, do I have any kind of recourse to go back to them and say, look, I had this thing set up to make the trade, and I couldn't do it because your system failed, basically.
I think what I would do, I've been on Thinkorswim. I've done 11 orders with 32 fills. That's why, and what I did on Thinkorswim, and what I did is that's why I started the program off. When you get a fast market like this, Brent, okay, what happens, unfortunately, is that you have to technically understand how to move with that market. Now, I think what happened is that it wasn't Thinkorswim, because I've traded those 32 fills. They're all future contracts. So what has transpired and does transpire in a fast market is that as you're going, like, and I was long and short. I went both sides. I was long, short coming in, closed it, went long, closed it, went short, closed it, went long, closed it. Right now I'm short 5 contracts. So what happens is that when you're putting them in, and you, first what they'll say, folks, is that it says, it says working, and then it says active. Now, in the option market, what happens is this, is that the options themselves, depending if you were doing right at 9:30, the options that you were trying to get probably weren't even opened. They don't have to open them, you know.
Oh, no, I saw them out. Like I said, I was able to, I was already on there. I had, you know, Thinkorswim platform going before the market opened. And I had it all queued up for I had the October 8250s on Facebook. Well, it dropped down to, I think it went down to 72 or whatever it was. And so I saw those. You know, I didn't trade immediately, but within, you know, probably half a minute to a minute, they started to trade.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a big spread. It was like 8 by, I think, 11, 8 by 12, basically.
Okay.
And so I put in at $10. I just went in between, and like I said, then I could never get back into. I do it on my phone, you know, but I could never get back into Thinkorswim. It just kept cycling. Would never go in. I could never even get in to make a trade. You know. Yeah, it's just frustrating. Yeah, it was really difficult. And then I tried to go into even my own personal account, not even Thinkorswim, but just, you know, I don't get the real-time quotes there, but I could at least make some kind of trade. I couldn't even do that. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, maybe it's just me. I had the bad luck of that I couldn't get on, but I just, for whatever reason, I could not get into either system. And I tried, I mean, numerous times.
Listen, you know, if this would be different if I wasn't on it, and you know, I've been on it trading pretty heavily here today, actually.
And are you doing it on your computer? Is that what you're doing?
I am.
Yeah, maybe that made the difference. Maybe it's just you know.
And it very well could be the type of speed you're on. On a fast market, man, you got to be careful, man. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, maybe you just got the better server or something.
On a market like this, man, get on a computer, man. I mean, it's.
I just couldn't do it. I was on my way to work. I had to. All right. All right, well, have a great day.
Okay, man, you too. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Dow right now is down 357. Nasdaq's off 107. S&P's are down 51. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 328, Nasdaq's down 95, S&Ps are down 48 percentage-wise. This is what you have happening out here. You get the Dow down 2%, Nasdaq is down 2%, S&Ps are down 2.2. Over in Europe, you get the FTSE down 3.4, you get the DAX down 3.4. And I suspect when all's said and done out here today, folks, we're going to be down about 3.5%. So you get a nice dead cat bounce going out here. You can trade both sides of the market out here. The volatility is out there. If you are trading both sides of the market, what I suggest you do is this. You bring your stops up, down, as they move, and you let the market take you out each and every time. You decide yourself where are those levels that you're comfortable with, going long, going short. And then at the end of the day, you can either make a choice as to what side you want to be or just flatten out. Because what you are going to see is that when you have price moves that are this huge, bottom line is that, you can basically be on both sides of that market. And that's a whole different ballgame. And you'd be really surprised how fast the bread can add up on both sides of that market when you are trading. What we are going to have right across the board out here is a high volume low. So we've already done 147 million inside the SPYs. That high volume low is going to get tested, which is 182, and that's $10 down from where we are. And that had to do with limit down, no doubt about that. We take a look at the Qs, bottom line inside the NDX 100. The Qs were the trip. The Qs opened $10 down. That was like insane. The Qs were they opened. Well, they said they opened at 94. They were at 84 in about a heartbeat. They're at 100 right now. You get 52 million shares in the Qs thus far. They basically came into and ripped apart the October 17th, 2017 level. That level there, we had 424 million on the weekly basis, and we'll see how much we do. Let me see if I do what we did as a daily there, if I can. Yeah, so on a daily, yeah, we're going to take that apart. On the daily of that October low, we did 108 million shares. Thus far, we've already done 52. And of course, 52, it's 1056. At 52, man, that's going to just blow that away. Don't forget, at TFNN, folks, we start programming, live programming, that is, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Go to 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. All of it you get right in your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. If you do enjoy the programming, folks, please tell 3 people, okay? This is going to be quite a wild market, I suspect for 3, 4, 5 months. Maybe a lot longer, but 3, 4, 5 months is in the game right now. Coming up next, we're going to have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. He's going to be growling and prowling with you. And then we're going to have Steve Rhodes, Dave White, and it's Monday, right? Yeah, I'm going to be back here this afternoon. Volume-wise out here, all the indices, you can expect high volume in all the indices, a lot more volatility inside the market. And what we still haven't got, which is just amazing, and that's just saying that it's going to come down again, is that we have not got any fear inside this market. The trend right now is at 1.06, and that's saying that there's just as much selling across the whole board. The tick has only reached a price point of minus 973, which is insane, folks, okay? When you come into a real bottom, what you're going to see is that you're going to see, and we got a tick, by the way. Okay, this is what's pretty cool. So what happens with the tick deal? We got a tick of minus 1457 on Friday. Now what you need is that you need another down tick by this Wednesday. So the way that tick deal works is that you want to see it within 3 days. You get another down tick, then you can start establishing the first dead cat bounce. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. I'm Mr. Basil Chapman is going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.